Hello Hungry fam, my name is Akansha and welcome to our channel. Since today is Maharashtra Day, which is usually a state holiday, I'm going to cook and eat only Maharashtrian food for 24 hours. Before starting the video, like, share and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also click on the bell icon to get all the post notifications. The next few lines are going to be for Maharashtrian viewers. Don't worry if you do not understand Marathi, I will add all the subtitles. पहिलं तर तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना महाराष्ट्र दिनाच्या हार्दिक शुभेच्छा आणि तुमचं मनापासून खूप खूप आभार. तुम्ही किती प्रेम देता व्हिडिओला आणि इतके गोड कमेंट्स करता. म्हणजे फक्त मीच नाही, माझी पूर्ण फॅमिली ते वाचून आम्हाला खूप मस्त वाटतं. आणि दुसरी गोष्ट, आय नो तुम्हाला एक पूर्ण व्हिडिओ मराठीत पाहिजे, पण ते आत्तासाठी शक्य नाही आहे. मे बी इन फ्युचर आपण काही प्लॅन करू शकतो, कारण ते मोस्टली व्ह्यूअर्स कसे आहेत त्यांना हिंदी पण समजत नाही, तर मराठी खूप लांबची गोष्ट आहे, तर ते त्यांच्यासाठी फेअर नाही होणार. सो लेट्स कीप दॅट ऑन होल्ड फॉर नाव and without wasting any more time, let's start the video. These are the ingredients to make thali peet. For the batter, add 1 sliced onion, 2 tablespoons crushed garlic, 1 tablespoon crushed green chili, 2 tablespoons sesame seeds, pinch of ajwain for digestion, half tablespoon soft, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon red chili powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/4 cup of coriander leaves. Mix it and then add 2 to 3 tablespoons of warm oil. Mix again. Now add 1 cup wheat flour, 1 cup jowar flour, half cup of rice flour, half cup besan and mix. Traditionally we roast all the grains and then grind and make a bhazni flour out of it. But due to lockdown, we'll make this instant thali peet batter. Add 1 cup water and mix till you get this consistency. Take a small portion and place it on a plastic which is greased with oil. Press a bit and spread the batter. Apply water on your fingers to avoid the batter from sticking. Make a hole in center to make it crispy. Now remove it carefully on a warm pan. Add oil and let it cook from each side for 5 to 6 minutes. It should be browned enough. We serve it with loni, but today I'm having it with butter and sauce. I woke up late today, तो सब late चल रहा है. So let's quickly finish up our breakfast. Such a nostalgic taste. The taste is so amazing. It is very crispy from the outside and super soft from the inside. Thali peet used to be my school cart tiffin and my friends used to love it a lot. Whenever I have thali peet, I start missing my school friends so much. I'm sure even you're missing them and you're missing going to school as well. Also comment down below what was your favorite dish you used to take as your tiffin. Our breakfast is done. Now let's get ready for the day and start with prepping for lunch. For lunch, I'm going to make zunka bhakar and these are the ingredients. Now for the zunka, add 1 tablespoon oil. When oil is hot, add 1 teaspoon jeera, pinch of hing, pinch of ajwain. Saute for a minute. Then add 1 tablespoon garlic. Mix again. 1 chopped onion and saute till the onion turns golden. Then add 1/4 teaspoon turmeric, 2 teaspoon chili powder, 1 teaspoon salt. Saute for a minute and add 1 cup of besan and dry roast it for 5 to 6 minutes until the color changes. Now add 1 teaspoon coriander leaves and start splashing the water over it. In total I added half cup of water. Cover and let it cook for 6 to 8 minutes. Saute beech mein. Remove the lid and mix it all together. Add 1 more teaspoon coriander and serve hot. For the bhakri, the dough is same like the modak dough. Recipe link will be in the description box below. I'm not a pro, so again I'm using a plastic to avoid the dough from sticking on the tabletop. Take a portion of the dough, flatten it out, then roll it once or twice to flatten and then press and spread the dough carefully. Apply water on your fingers. Remove it and place it on the warm pan. Cook it from both the sides for 2 to 3 minutes on medium flame. Zunka bhakar is incomplete without thecha, so these are the ingredients for making our spicy thecha. First, roast the peanuts, that is singdana. Remove its skin. Then add 1 teaspoon oil in the same pan. Add 1/4 teaspoon jeera, 50 grams, that is 1/4 cup of garlic. Saute for 30 seconds. Then add 100 grams, that is half cup of green chili. These are the medium spicy ones. After 2 to 3 minutes of sauteing, add 1 teaspoon salt and the peanuts we toasted. Traditionally, we use a massive stone khalbatta, but I don't have it, so I'm using my mini mortar and pestle. It's really fun. In Marathi, it's like thecha la khub maja yete, and you kind of remove all your stress in it. This is how crushed you want the thecha to be. If you want a quick hack, just add the chili mixture in the blender and pulse it 2 to 3 times and you're done. Now to remove the water content, add 1 teaspoon oil in a pan. Now add the Thetzleler mixture, that is the grinded mixture. Saute for 2 to 3 minutes and enjoy. We serve it with onion which is literally punched open, green chilies and a lemon. Let's start with the lunch. Zunka bhakar and thecha is like a soul food for me. Even though we make it very often at my home, but I still never get bored of it. The zunka texture is a bit dry, but it melts in your mouth. The rice bhakri is very filling and it's soft. The thecha is very spicy, but it's still, it waters your mouth and it goes with any dish. Zunka bhakar is basically the main part of trekking, when you go to the mountains or on fort. I still remember the taste of the zunka bhakar I had when I went for trekking at Sinhgarh Fort, and going down that memory lane, I'm going to quickly finish my lunch. For dinner, let's make Maharashtrian thali. Won't be able to show you all the ingredients since mom ne already sab cheeze bana di. Only one vegetable is left, so these are the ingredients to make bharli wangi, that is stuffed brinjal. For the filling, add oil in a pan. To that, add 4 cloves of garlic, 2 cube cut onions and saute till it's browned enough. Add 1 cup of fresh coconut and again saute till it gets brown. Cool it down completely, then transfer it into a mixer. Add 1 teaspoon tamarind which I soaked in 1 teaspoon water, 1 inch jaggery, 1 tablespoon goda masala, 2 green chilies and 1 teaspoon red chili powder. Grind till you get a semi-fine texture. Matlab dardara peesna hai. Remove it in a bowl. Add 1 tablespoon crushed roasted peanuts, 2 tablespoon coriander leaves. Mix and add 1 teaspoon of salt. Now cut the ends of the brinjal stem. Remove its crown a bit, don't take it off completely. Make 2 slits like so and keep in water to avoid it from turning black. Now add the filling between the slits. Stuff it achhe se. Looks amazing, right? In a pan, I added 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. Add pinch of hing and turmeric. Place the stuffed brinjals. Flip it after 2 minutes. Then add the remaining filling which will become your gravy. Mix it once. Cover and let it cook for 8 to 10 minutes. Thali consists of delicious bharli wangi, authentic varan, ukdicha batarachi bhaji, koshambir, ambyaचं लोणचं, meat, limbu, chapati, bhat आणि kanda bhaji. Our Maharashtrian thali looks so mouth-watering. Just can't wait to finish it all up. So let's. Finally, I could finish that massive thali. Everything was so amazing. It complemented each other so well. Starting off with the bharli wangi, the coconut flavor was super intense. The brinjal was completely cooked. It had a nice crispy skin and the inside was soft and slightly gooey, which I personally like. And the varan is like the classic. मतलब घर पे कुछ नहीं हुआ तो महाराष्ट्रियंस के घर पे वरण भात तो होता ही है. And ukdicha batata, my favorite. If you want to see, the recipe link will be in the description box below. And koshimbir, to it was nice, the salad. Then coming back to the overall dish, yes, I enjoyed it a lot, and you should definitely give this thali a try. And how could I forget about the kanda bhaji? It is my all-time favorite. Not only kanda bhaji, but all types of bhajis are my favorite. Let me know if you want a YouTube shorts on its recipe. For the dessert, I'm going to make instant kharvas without using cheek, that is colostrum milk. And these are the ingredients. In a bowl, add 1 cup of milk, half cup of milk powder, and whisk till the powder melts completely. While whisking, add 2 tablespoons sugar as well. Then add 1 cup condensed milk. Make sure the curd is not very sour. Now whisk till there are no lumps. Add 1/4 teaspoon of elaichi powder and a pinch of nutmeg. Give it a final whisk and transfer it into any cake tin or cooker container. I'm going to use a steamer. You can use your cooker as well. Just remove its whistle. Again, sprinkle a pinch of elaichi and nutmeg powder, that is jaifal powder. Add few kesar strands and let it steam for 20 minutes. Take it out and let it cool down completely. Then refrigerate it for 1 to 2 hours. After chilling the kharvas, loosen the edges using a knife. Cut it into any shape you like. I'm going with the basic square shape. Remove the corner pieces first and then you will get a perfect middle piece. Now enjoy your delicious creamy